Hey y'all, what's up? Hey, happy Thursday. Well, I thought today was Wednesday, but yeah. Hello. How y'all doing tonight? Hi. Hey, Carol. Hey, Boo. Jezebel Slayer. Hey, Boo. Hey, Alex. Lady Shadow Walker. Hello. Hey, Carla. Hola, ¿cómo está? Hey, Boo. Courtney, Robert, James, Sensi. Hey, Boo. Nature's Fist. Hi. Empress Royal Sandy. Eyeliner. How you doing, Boo? I'm glad. That's great news. Hi, Biker. Happy birthday. Hey, catch up. Hey, Boo. Thank you. Hey, Vonda. Thank you, Boo. You're welcome, Carlo. Hi, Natalie. Okay. Bilal. All right. So let's get into this read. Welcome back to my channel. This is Adana, also known as the Afro Z. And today I'm reading for the beautiful, handsome collective. Hello, collective. How you doing? Flowers. Flowers. Hi, Hilda. Flowers. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell to book a private reading with me or to shop in my store. All that information is in the description box below. All right. So let's get into this read. Let's get into this read tonight. So channel message here is all eyes on them. Yeah, all eyes on them. So what's happening now is that they can't take the pressure. They can't take the fact that their reputation is naught. Naught. Okay? Let me get you out of here. I don't have time for trash tonight. Okay? All right. So somebody could be experiencing a nosebleed or like a dry nose. Okay? They can't get out of the mess that they created. Okay? A lot of people are now realizing that these individuals are very false in nature or just who they are in general here. And they're really trying to figure out how they can get themselves out of it here. So they're bringing forth a lot of unwanted attention in regards to the crowd that they spoke ill about you towards too. Okay. There are a couple of messages, the downloads that I received, and then I'll get into the read. Okay. So a couple of messages that came through. The name Esther came through. Ernest, Earnest, purchased a new home. Congratulations. We have esthetician. You could be going back to school to become an esthetician. Someone may have a fungus on their toenail. We have Alfred, a burned down house. So this person that you disconnected from, they ran out of money or finances here. So they're trying to figure out how they can recoup finances, and they're thinking about burning down a home to receive some form of insurance policy here. That's not going to work because of how the actual fire is going to be set up here. So it has not happened yet. Or take it how it resonates. It may have happened in the past, or this could be a future read, but take it how it resonates. But I see someone trying to burn down a home for insurance, an insurance payout here, and it's going to make matters even worse. So if they decide to do this, or they have done this here, it's not going to work well in their favor here. So take that how that resonates, okay? But insurance fraud surrounding a home, the firefighters or the individuals or the adjusters who are able to determine whether a home was, deliberately set or so, they're going to be able to see that it was in that way. So they're not going to be able to receive some form of payout that they're looking for. You were dealing with a person that's very money hungry here, and they were willing to do anything possible to ensure that they step on other people's backs, or also tools to ensure that they stay in a I would say deficit, or more a deficit of lies. I'll put it in that way. Someone's name could be Bianca, Blanco. Okay, I believe Blanco is Spanish for white. Please correct me if I'm wrong. We also have Pablo. Okay, Paige, Paige. Brown, can we listen to Bobby Brown? We also have Broaster, Broaster. You may love roasted corn or roasted coffee. Someone could be a booster, okay? Or this person may have turned into becoming a booster because all of their avenues in regards to finances or accruing finances or accumulating finances is completely naught. So basically, they have to consider, or they have to more so do things that will more so get them in trouble by the law here, okay? We also have a booster shot. So maybe a child is needed or is coming up for booster shots, or maybe you're coming up for booster shots. Take it how it resonates. Okay. We also have the flu shot here. Dengue is a form of a disease. So like if you're going overseas in certain areas, they may ask for you to take a certain type of shot before you're able to visit those country or a country. Take a high resting, but I see the dengue. That's what popped in my meditation. Also malaria. So someone may have actually may have experienced having malaria. Melissa, Phoenix, Palmer, and Peter. I'm going to stop right there. I have more downloads that are here, but I'm going to stop right there. So basically, as I mentioned, all eyes are on them, and they're trying to figure out how they can reverse everything that they have done towards you to be back on you here, but no one's buying what they're saying here. So they feel like that they are out in the ocean with no life jackets or anything that kind of could preserve them from getting to safety here because they don't feel safe. So we have lifeguard that's in reverse, okay? We have lifeguard that's in reverse here. They don't feel protected by their lives. I'll put it in that way. So within my meditation state here, I realized that there is a masculine energy. Please take a high resonance. It could be a friend. It could be an ex-friend. It could be an ex-lover. It could be a spouse. It could be a father figure, an uncle, a brother, however, a son, however resonates in your story here. But I strongly felt a very strong masculine energy that really feels like it is the end all be all when it comes to trying to keep you from moving forward here. And the reason being is because they feel like that they have a lot of control over you here, despite what you say. So even if you were to say, nah, that ain't the truth, or, you know, no, you don't have control over me, they don't care what you say. It's just basically that their point of view when it comes to you, or their perception when it comes to you, just completely override everything that they basically say is going to happen in your life here, and it's not happening in this way. So there has been an actual police report that has been made recently in regards to like them feeling in a danger space or in a danger zone here. And the reason why they felt so inclined to make this police report here is to create some form of a footprint or footstep when it comes to you. So they're telling others that the reason why their life could be in danger, or they feel like that they don't feel safe here, is because you're speaking up and out. They're trying to place the blame on you as if something were to happen to them, that you would take fall or blame for it, and you're not. So don't even worry about that here, okay? But you still need to know what's going on here. There's actually, so this is like a new case or new detective or like a police officer that has been assigned to this case here to delve deeper into what is going on here. And once they're able to delve deeper into this, they're going to realize that you've been completely innocent in all this foolishness here, okay? They truly feel like it's your fault that their life is in shambles because you're speaking up against them. They really feel like, so deep down, more psychologically, or from a psychological aspect here, they're realizing, or they feel like because of the experiences that they went through when they were younger, they feel like that because they did not get the help that they needed in regards to what they went through with their family and their peers here, they strongly feel like that you don't deserve help. And they wanted to make an example out of you here by doing things to ensure that you would never feel comfortable to speak out in regards to what they have done to you here, okay? They didn't want you to feel safe in your space, or more so your body here. Or they didn't want you to feel safe around your peers, or more so around your community, or, you know. Yes, so thank you for asking that. Eyeliner mentions on Instagram. I wonder if they can get in trouble for doing this. Yes, they're going to get in trouble for doing this here because all of the signs or all of the roads actually points back to them there. So the answer is actually yes. They're going to get in trouble for this because there is an actual new detective. So this is like a different type of case, but even though it's different, it's still connected with all of what's going on here. Again, the reason why they have done this here is because they feel like that if they create some form of a trail or a paper trail in regards to you here, they feel like that it's going to fall on back onto you, but it's not. You're nowhere to be found. Again, they're trying to do damage control, and they feel like, again, by you speaking up and out here, that by them creating this report against you, that would be enough damage control to ensure that you get in trouble. But that's not going to work in this way. They're basically putting more unwanted attention on themselves. And this is why they're biting their nails. Oops. They're biting their nails right now. Hey, Israel, how you doing, boo? They're very nervous. Someone's name could be Curtis. Someone could be doing the curtsy. You could be into different types of dances. So in the police report, in my meditative state here, it's about this long as to what I saw in my meditative state. And it's just basically everything is your fault. All arrows point to you. But as mentioned, you don't really have anything to worry about here. They're trying to get out of Dodge. They're trying to get out of the trouble that they caused for you here, but it's not going to work. Again, they're just deepening themselves into a deeper hole when it comes to the trouble that they're currently in here. See, justice is in reverse. Yeah, they're not going to get the justice that they think they're going to receive. Because the type of report that they made, it just doesn't make sense. It's like everything is all on you, but there's no inkling or there's no information or knowledge surrounding them, which basically brings up a huge red flag towards this detective here that's going to, I guess, crack the case. Kind of, and I say that with air quotes, kind of crack the case, because you're the one that really cracked the case, because you're the one that has all of the information or keys to this case. So this detective really didn't crack anything. They just more so can corroborate or more so confirm in regards to what you have been saying if you are speaking out here. So they're very livid or angry that you are speaking out. Okay, you have no right to speak out in regards to what they've done towards you here. Bully is in reverse. They can't bully you. So if you feel like they're trying to bully you, they use powerless tactics to make themselves feel something that they're not. Remember, powerless means there's no energy. It means there's no power. So if a person is speaking from a powerless point of view, there's really nothing to worry about. If people have to resort to some form of violence or some form of warning, they don't have the power that they think that they do. When people lose sight of control, or they lose all control of whatever, the situation here, they're going to result to violence. I'm going to this, and I'm going to do that, and I'm going to that. They ain't going to do anything. They're not going to do anything. They need to put you in a position that you are afraid of them, so that way you don't speak out. Okay? That's the last resort that they use when they lost all control of the whole situation. So they're confused by you. They're confused by you, or it could be siblings here. Some of you guys, however it resonates, you may have had a sibling recently that may have tried to reach out to you. If it has not happened yet, eventually or soon into the future is going to happen here, okay? There is a sibling that's really wanting to seek to... What'd you say, Spirit? Is there a sibling that look at you like in a sexual manner? Ew. That was a Freudian slip. Is there a sibling that's like fond of you, but like really fond of you, may have spoke inappropriately about the way that you look? Could have inappropriately spoke about your body, that if you weren't siblings, it may have went down. That's what I'm hearing. Listen, I'm just a messenger, okay? I'm just a messenger. It's like a sibling like you a little bit more than they should. Okay. It could be a step sibling as well. Okay. I'm hearing Anastasia. Was it antipasto? And antipesto? Pesto? Pasta? Someone loves pasta. They've completely exhausted all of their options when it comes to you here because you refuse to trust the process surrounding him or her. Could be a brother. Take it how it resonates. I got a lot of messages coming through. So if you see me like pause and my eyes get wide, it's like, okay, listen, just take it how it resonates. Everything I mentioned to you not gonna resonate. Take what resonates and leave the rest, okay? Someone has bronchitis or may have pneumonia. Or you may have just recently moved from one climate to another climate and you're still trying to get acclimated to the actual current climate that you're currently in, okay? But there's a sibling here that wants to get in contact with you because they feel like that you guys can bury the hatchet. No, stay away from this sibling, okay? I strongly feel for whoever resonates that a sibling here has been speaking about you in a very ill way or has been dragging your name in the dirt in a very negative way towards other people here. Because for some odd reason, this sibling here feels like that they're much better than you. Well, if they're better than you, then they don't have to speak ill about you. That's just me. I always look at things from a different perspective. If someone always have to say that they're better than you, they're really not better than you. If they have to try to steal your shine or do very unscrupulous things to kind of make you feel lesser or look lesser than them, they don't really have any power. That's just me. And I feel like you called this person out on their BS here and they're very upset about you here. There's something about a needle as well too. So you may have a sibling that may be using needles, or they may share needles, or they may do things with needles, or they may work within a medical field. They may actually taken things from a medical field. This sibling may have been a nurse or some form of, CNA, LPN, something surrounding needles. They may have been a phlebotomist. But there's something surrounding needles that they may have taken or they take from work or the job and they got fired for that. However that resonates. I feel like when you were around this sibling, or if you're still around this sibling always tried to create booby traps or deadly situations where you and things. I'm also hearing the blood oath as well too. This sibling may have tried to get you to do something concerning your blood or to create some form of a pact with your blood, some kind of a blood oath. For whoever resonates, if your sibling was in, like, worked in a doctor's office or so, and you frequent this doctor office, or you were a patient of this doctor office and the sibling were aware, I strongly feel that they have done or tampered with your medical records to make it seem like you were doing things that you weren't doing, or misdiagnose you, or to add extra things into your files within your medical records. Take that how that resonates. That could be very specific here, okay? But I'm strongly feeling there is a sibling here that worked in the medical field that has access to records. They could be a medical record assistant. They could be a nurse practitioner. They could be a LPN, a CNA, however it resonates in your story here, okay? That's a HIPAA violation because I feel like that they were making copies of your records here. They may have actually said things that weren't true on your record, but they would use that as a form, or they would use that as a form of ammunition within an argument. So this is just an example. So let's just say you got into an argument or a disagreement with a sibling here or a family member. And they'll say something like, you know, you're insane, or that's why you have such and such, or that's why you're unwell, or something like that to kind of throw you off. But yet again, they will use this medical records. There's something about a website or dark web or email or some kind of dark something here where there's false information surrounding you. Take that how that resonates. I also feel with this sibling here, this sibling did not like the fact that you always were able to attract very individuals that were very self-sufficient of self. And this sibling may have done things to get the individuals that you connected with at the time to go against you here. Take that how that resonates. I also feel within this sibling here that you may always have to kind of keep your guards up surrounding this sibling because they were very pretentious around you, or they always pretend around you here. I always feel like if you were the one to bring a lover around this sibling here, you and the lover will always get into some form of a disagreement here. There's something very heavy surrounding pharmaceutical though. So you may have a sibling that could work in a pharmacy. Maybe they are a pharmacist. Maybe they went to school for pharmacology, or they have access to actual medication. Or if not, they may just be very knowledgeable surrounding medication. Take this how this resonates. They may have crushed things within your drinks. This sibling could also like to drink, or they could be a bartender. Maybe that could be a what do you call that? Like a side hustle or a side job. Take that how that resonates, okay? Every time you may have drank or taken something from this sibling here, you end up very sleepy or you got sick. Take it how it resonates. Yeah. A sibling is one of your biggest rivals or one of your biggest haters here, okay? We have burnt outs here and we have financial failure. I also feel with the sibling here that there's a form of indecent exposure surrounding you. You know, you're getting out the shower and you're getting yourself together for the day or for the night, however way you do your thing. And I feel like there were some pictures that were taken unbeknownst to you. Maybe you weren't aware of this. And I feel like a sibling may have done this towards you here as a form of revenge. They wanted to humiliate you, or they wanted you to be in a very vulnerable space to where people would, you know, laugh at you or laugh at your body or something like that. I also feel like there were hidden cameras. Take it how it resonates. Not going to resonate for everybody. Take what resonates and leave the rest. I strongly feel like if you were living with a sibling or a sibling was living with you, I feel like there were some hidden cameras that you weren't aware of, or maybe you are aware now, in regards to them trying to catch you in the act of doing things. You never were doing things. You were one to kind of more so work and take care of yourself and, you know, be by yourself here. But the sibling wanted you to feel like unsafe. Also, what I'm hearing about the sibling here is that when they entice you into an argument, they were always quick to run towards a mother figure or father figure here to kind of get them to be on their side here. So this sibling may come off as the favorite one. Someone's name is Brown, Broster, Booster, Preston, Pandora. Someone's name could be actually Pandora, or they open up Pandora's box. I'm also hearing Philip, Pierre, Piper, Pipettes, essential oil, fragrance oils. You could be creating your own fragrance oil or essential oil. Someone's name is Francino. Francino, or Francine. Could be Francis. Powell, Powell. Powell. Pouncil, Puncil. Could be also Paxton, Paxton. Someone's name is Puck, Puck. Parker, Parker. Parkinson's disease, you're going to find out, or maybe you are aware that a family member has Parkinson's disease or dementia, okay? Morsels, Morsels. Presley, Pearl, Pearl. Perrin, Perrin. Piaget, Piaget, could be a form of a watch here. Someone's last name could be Poe, Poe. Yep, definitely surrounding family, okay? We have roots and we have stuck energy, okay? Oh, this is weird. This is really weird. So, it seems like this sibling here may have been touched inappropriately by a family member, and they didn't receive the help or the assistance that they should have received. And I feel like that has happened to you as well. But I feel like you're doing something completely different to where people are aware as to what has happened to you here. Basically, you're speaking out. And it has put a huge wedge between you and the sibling here, because the sibling is realizing that you are getting attention or the publicity in regards to what has taken place. So basically, you have taken the baton to more so to change or to correct the generational traumas that are hindering the bloodline, if that makes sense here. They strongly feel that because they didn't get help, that you should not get help. So they feel like that you are considered an enemy here because they're not receiving the help that you are receiving or eventually will receive here, okay? So there's a sibling that is homeless or soon to be homeless. Take this how this resonates. I feel that a sibling may have gotten more things ahead of you. This is just an example. Let's just say a sibling may have gotten a car before you, may have been able to purchase a brand new car before you, or maybe were able to buy a home before you. Certain things that you weren't able to do before this person. And I feel like when this person were able to secure or be successful in getting a home or a car, whatever the case may be, they threw it in your face here to make you feel like you have a lack of confidence, or they didn't want you to have confidence here. So take this how this resonates, okay? Yeah, that's a secret. They also even tried to put you in a position to where you became very depressed because you weren't able to be, at the time, successful as them. But I feel like that there were a lot of blockages or obstacles in your way that this sibling may have tried to place in your, in your path here. Hey, Journey to Soul. Hey, boo, I watch you. I love your channel. Hey. Y'all follow Journey to Soul. I love your channel, girl. Love you. Yes. She's also another reader on YouTube, and she has great, I love you. I just don't say anything. I'm gonna be honest. I'm a Scorpio. I'm secretive. I'm gonna be honest. But Journey to Soul is also a great tarot reader on YouTube that you guys should absolutely follow. She has really great information as well. So thank you for joining us tonight. All right, so we have Liar here, okay? So it could be a Gemini or a Taurus. Take it how it resonates, okay? You may have a sibling that's a Gemini or a Taurus. So take it how it resonates. But this Taurus sibling or this Gemini sibling is a liar when it comes to you here. All the things that they have done to you, they say that you have done to them, and that's not the case. I really feel like that you really wanted to become like best friends with this sibling here. But because of the what's the word? The disdain that they have for you, they can't. It's a one-sided competition, of course. Uh, and they don't like you. They don't like your shine. You're just shining way too much. They don't like you at all. They don't like you. Yeah, it was a lot of childhood trauma that was involved, and I strongly feel it was because a mother figure or a father figure here may have created a form of a wedge or a huge friction between you and the sibling here. So there was a lot of childhood trauma surrounding you and the sibling to where you guys could not get along. I strongly feel, however it resonates, take it how it resonates, there was sexual trauma that was definitely involved. I feel like that you went through trauma sexually and they went through trauma sexually, but you took a different approach or different path and you want to do something different. So this is why they feel some type of way about you here. Also, if you have a child or kids, take it how it resonates. I strongly feel that you should not have the siblings around your child or children here. So hidden child or children is here with rival. And I strongly feel with that here, there's some hidden animosity surrounding a child. So let's just say you have a daughter or a son here. Hey, Maxine. Anytime you would have brought your child around your sibling, it was always a very uneasy encounter or experience surrounding this child. They would speak ill about the child. They would talk down about the child. They will make you feel bad about how, let's say, the child's personality or whatever. However, they didn't like the child because the child was more so very similar to you, very outgoing, could be outspoken, very truthful, things of that nature, and they didn't like this about this child. They may have also told you to get an abortion surrounding this child too. We have hidden agenda and karma. My God. They're jealous of your child or children. Take it how it resonates. You are the better parent or you're more of the nurturer when it comes to this child or children here. This sibling may have a child or children. Take it how it resonates. But your parental styles or your parental styles is very, very different from this sibling here. I also feel that if you're not connected to a child now, that this sibling may have gotten to this child's ear to turn them against you. Again, take this how this resonates, okay? Couple of more messages that came through here. Porter, Peppa Pig, Poppy, Poppy. You may love poppy seeds. Or poppy, a bagel, poppy seed bagel. So his name is Pauline, Priscilla, Peak, P-E-A-K, pralines, walnut. You may love to husk corn or you may love corn. So his name is Husker or Husky, Harold, Harrington, Smoke Heron, Black Cake, Sorrel or Hibiscus Leaves, Levi, Levias, Philomena, and Phil Collins. Take that how that resonates. You could have been recently listening to Phil Collins. He is a great artist. I love me some Phil Collins. For whoever resonates, you may have had a sister that lived in a hotel or worked at a hotel. You may have a sister or a brother that was into prostitution as well. So if you have a sibling that was into prostitution or stripper work, they wanted you to be in that. They wanted you to be a part of that crowd or that scenery or that scenario. I strongly feel that somebody one of you guys or whoever, however resonates, I strongly feel that there were needles that were left about, and you grew concerned about your siblings' lifestyle or other lifestyle. I also feel like if you may have had a break-in or a robbery in your home, your sibling was the one that did this. Your sibling set you up to be robbed by their group of people or their group of friends or their community of friends. You may not have been home at the time when your home was ransacked or broken through or broken in. A sibling did this to you. We have victim mentality in reverse. They can't play the victim because they are responsible for what they have done. So we have judgment here, and then we also have dwelling on darkness. Hey, Brenda, I'm good. How you doing, boo? Judgment and dwelling on darkness. Someone loves to capture grasshoppers, or maybe that's something that you used to do when you were young. Capturing grasshoppers. So dwelling on darkness and judgment here. So because of the decisions that they made here, they feel like that you should be in the same predicament that they placed themselves in here, and they really feel scorned by you. They despise you because you didn't take the same route or path that they took or chose. Someone loves pineapple on pizzas. You my type of people. You my type of people. I'm seeing pineapple on pizza, okay? I know that's very controversial. Some people say you can't put pineapple on pizza. Why you can't? Why you can't? But yeah, I'm seeing pineapple on pizza, okay? Also, I feel like that if you purchase a brand new car and the sibling was aware of the car that you purchased, I strongly feel that your car started to act funny, or it may have been tampered with. A sibling has done this. They may have tried to stick something within your tailpipe. They may have actually added sugar into your tank. You're thinking it's an ex-lover here. It's not an ex-lover. In this instance, it's a sibling. Because every time something happened or transpired in regards to a negative experience, you may have called the sibling at the time. Hey sis, hey bro, such and such, da da da, whatever the case may be, blah blah blah, blah blah blah. And I'm like, dang, that's crazy. Oh wow. But they're the one, because you're feeding the information to them and you were unaware at the time that the sibling was actually an op of yours or opposition of yours here. By you were giving the intel or the insight as to what was going on here, they were the one that was setting you up. I'm also hearing Tom Cruise. So I'm hearing the 4 train. You could be from NYC. Maybe you love to ride the 4 train, or you take the 4 train to work or to home, however it resonates, but I'm seeing the 4 train. I'm also seeing the Long Island Railroad, LIRR, Long Island Railroad, LIRR. I also see New Jersey Transit as well. Take it how it resonates. Someone may live in New Hampshire or Connecticut. If you have a child that is at a stage of going to school, I also feel like that they may have called CPS, may have created a CPS case to get the CPS worker to more so dig deeper into the connection between you and the child. Someone's name is Nastasia. Nastasia, N-A-S-A-S-T. Nasasatia or something like that. Nastasia? Take it how it resonates. Take it how it resonates. Everything I mentioned is not going to resonate to you. Take it how it resonates. We have bad advice. Every time you may have went to this sibling, you may have, told them what was going on, and they always had some form of bad advice to give to you. It's like they always put you down the bad path. If you were with an ex-lover here, they were feeding lies to an ex-lover to do harmful things towards you here. For whoever resonates, it's not going to resonate for everybody. I do feel like there's a sex tape that was... I feel like there's a sex tape that is lingering around due to a sibling here. But it's hidden. You weren't aware. They wanted to prove to the world that you were into like sex work or that you were into unscrupulous activities. You aren't. They're very close to your ex here because they slept with your ex. Someone's name is James. Or Jason. Jackson. So this is very specific for whoever resonates. I strongly feel that you were in a car accident for whoever resonates. And I feel like this sibling caused this car accident. You may have been in a car accident with them at the time they caused this. I'm also hearing Yosina. Yosina. Y-O-S-E-N-I-A. Yosina. I could be mispronouncing that. Please correct me. I'm also hearing Yukon potatoes. You may love potatoes or sweet potatoes. You could have been watching the Power Rangers recently or the movie. But I'm hearing specifically Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. So you could have been watching the movie recently or that's your favorite movie. I'm also hearing the Wild Thornberries. That was an actual TV show on Nickelodeon. That could be your favorite TV show. I'm also hearing Ren and Stimpy, Hey Arnold, Rocco's Modern Life. Someone loves Ren and Stimpy. Let's dive deeper into this read. You are causing too much attention on this sibling here. And the sibling is willing to do anything possible to ensure that you stay quiet. It don't matter what they do. They're trying to get people to come towards you. They're trying to get people to speak ill about you against your will. They're trying to paint you in a bad way, or more so a bad reputation. They feel like it's very just because you have no right to speak up against the family secrets in regards to what they're trying to keep quiet here. So you have a sibling that is on your heels now, and they're willing to do anything possible to keep you quiet, and it's not working here. So what has happened here is that now that the tables have turned, all of the lies that they have spoke about you is now falling back into their courts, or more so on their front porch here, and they can't handle that. You may actually have a sibling here that may have some form of a mental instability here. This is something that they may have had since they were young, but it was something that was kept quiet from the mother figure or father figure, aunt, uncle, cousin, however it resonates here. You have proof that this sibling is having some form of a mental instability or a meltdown here, and they can't handle that. But you have to protect yourself. And the only way that you can protect yourself is by speaking the truth. You may have also had a grandmother or a grandfather here that may have always had to step in to kind of break you guys apart here. The grandmother or grandfather was very neutral in the situation here because they didn't know what was going on. But I strongly feel that as time progressed and as years went by, I strongly feel that this grandparents were aware that you were the actual innocent one here. This sibling here even went as far, for whoever resonates, your brakes may have been tampered with. You may have been trying to stop with your brakes or been pushing on your brakes. But every time you may have every time you may have pushed on your brakes, it may have made a grinding sound. A sibling may have tampered with your brakes to get you into a car accident. It's a lot. It's a lot tonight. So y'all bear with me, okay? I'm just going with the flow. You may have gotten rid of a car because of the complications or the many different problems that this car may have had. So if you're trying to stop on this brake and the brake is rubbing or it's creating like a grinding noise here, a sibling did this towards you. Oh, wow. Your brake line was cut? Damn. That's crazy. It's like you are the Marsha and they are the Jan. Marsha, Marsha, Marsha. Marsha gets everything. Jeez. They may have also put things in your hair or in your shampoo. They may have put Nair, N-A-I-R. If you don't know what Nair is a like a cream or a lotion that men or women may use to kind of like remove the hair on their body. And I strongly feel that there were Nair that was placed in your shampoo bottle and you were trying to figure out who it was. It was your sibling that did this. Thank you. Thank you, Kina. Was it Kenna? Thank you, boo. I strongly feel this mother or father figure were aware and they were actually encouraging them to do harmful things towards you with external influence because this mother figure and father figure didn't like you as well too. Okay, we have red flag here. So that's a good question. I'll answer it. So Divine Alpha Male asked on YouTube, why are they so desperate? They are so desperate because you're able to see past their lies. You're able to see past their illusions. They're so desperate because you are finally getting the help or more so the recognition in regards to what took place in this toxic family dynamic here. They're very desperate because they're not receiving the same recognition or more so the same attention that you are receiving. This is why they're so desperate. They're also so desperate here is because they always feel like that life has always been easier for you here and they did not like that. Life has never been easy for you, specifically if you are around this toxic family dynamic here, because they did a lot of things to ensure that you weren't able to pass them by or surpass them. When it comes to this family dynamic here, they love to keep up with the Joneses, okay? And they're willing to do anything possible to keep that facade or that illusion alive. But if you're constantly speaking truth, it's going to be, they feel attacked by the lies that they use as a form of truth, if that makes sense. So they felt like if they use a sibling, this mother figure or father figure here, this toxic mother, toxic father here, they felt like if they use a sibling that you would not be aware or you would never be able to put two and two together to realize where it's coming from. But if you were having a connection or communication with this sibling or family dynamic here, you're able to more so weed out all of the individuals that you have been speaking to. And now you're able to pinpoint where the hate or the despise is coming from. Your sibling wanted to be you. They wanted to sleep with your significant other. They wanted to live life like you, but they couldn't live life like you if you were involved. So you learned a huge lesson surrounding this, that your sibling is the enemy of yours. That's what you learned. Was it a hard pill to swallow for some of you guys? Yeah, because you would never think or thought that your sibling despise you in this way, if that makes sense. It was a growing disdain that they had for you since you were young. You were always the star of the show, always, or the light of the show. But you learned your lesson, big time. You learn you can't trust family in some cases. Yeah, you can't trust family, for whoever resonates. They even went as far as having a child with the person that you were connected with to prove that you weren't anyone special. It's basically saying, well, I got your girl or I got your man and there's nothing that you can do about it. Okay. You don't have to fight over trash. Like I keep telling you guys, you are the prize. I'm speaking specifically towards the divine collective. You are the prize. You don't ever have to fight over anything that don't have your best interests at heart. Let them have each other. Let them fight with each other. Let them gloat. Let them speak up. Let them be proud about the nastiness in regards to what they do. Don't give away your power to foolishness. I got your man and you can't do anything about it. Okay, have him or have her. Who cares? They were strategically looking for a specific outcome from you, and when you didn't give the outcome, it's like, wait, hold up, you're not upset? Why are you upset over filth? For what reason? And if a child was born from this situation, I mean, I can't tell y'all how to feel. I can't. But from my perspective, this child is innocent. I'm just being honest. And I don't feel that this child that was born into this chaotic environment here should be the one responsible for what their mother or father has done towards them. That's just me. I feel like kids are off limits. Child is innocent. That's just me. But they're using their child as a form of leverage to come against you. Doesn't make sense to me. They don't like you, but they got to use their child to come up against you. That doesn't make sense to me. It's very childish and just very immature, if you ask me. Oh, they're mad because I had a child out there. Like I said, I can't tell you how to be upset. You have every right to be upset if this is your story. You got every right. But at the same time, they're using this child to make you feel bad, which is sad. It's sad. For whoever resonates, if this sibling was with an ex-lover of yours here, they were trying to prove to this ex-lover that they were the better person for this ex. Okay, no problem. Even to the point where they were working together to try to cause harm towards you because they knew that if this secret were to come out that they were together, they thought that you will want to fight or argue with them. And I don't feel that at all. I don't. So when you didn't give them what they were looking for, they tried to spin the narrative as if it was your fault that they slept with your ex. Make this make sense here. Come on. Make this make sense. They're trying to flip the narrative on you to make it seem like it's your fault that they slept with your ex. You have control over your body. You have control over your mind. Having said that, why should you be responsible for what another person do with their body? Make it make sense. Well, it's your fault I slept with them. Well, it's your fault I talked to them. It's not your fault. It's a powerless play. Not a nasty skunk. Not a nasty skunk like Pepe Le Pew. Pepe Le Pew. And then that method was stank. You hear me? Pepe Le Pew was stank. You hear me? Because every time he would try to come around and mac on the woman, right? As soon as they got a whiff of Pepe Le Pew, the nostril would be like, it would just go up, you know? Oh, man. So they're trying to, for whoever resonates, they're trying to hide this child from you and from the world here because they don't want people to know what happened here. But I mean, they're bringing all the attention on them here. A sibling called CPS on you, if you're not aware. Okay? You were always the better parent than the sibling here. This sibling don't even take care of their child. The child that they currently have could be in a state of being actually taken away from the sibling here because the sibling is putting all of their time and attention onto you. The sibling has an underlying mental health issue with a big break, and you are aware. You know everything about the sibling here, and the sibling don't want you to speak out. We also have false alarm. They're trying to make it seem like that the things that you are saying is not true, but it is true. Thank you. I got my glasses from Zoolool, ZOOLOOL.com. Yes, that's where I got my glasses from. They're a website that has many different options of glasses. You will have to go to an optometrist or ophthalmologist so they can measure your eyes, you know. And then once you receive that information, then you can go to that website, put in those information surrounding your measurements of your eyes, and then you can just pick whatever glasses that you want. And it's very reasonable in regards to that website. I love that website. So yes, that's the name of the website, Zoolool, ZOOLOOL. I could be pronouncing it wrong, but yeah, that's the name of the website. It doesn't matter, okay? I don't know if I can say that. I'm also hearing gang, RAPE. So whatever dealings or whatever company that the sibling would accompany here, they will always lie towards this group of people here to come towards you to be sexually accosted or sexually inappropriately touched. They felt that if they were able to take that from you or take that control of self from you here, that it will put you in a space where you'd be very depressed. So they were working with individuals to put you in a position that you were sexually or inappropriately touched. Zoolool, ZOOLOOL. Hold on. ZOOLOOL. That's it. That's the website. We have courthouse here. So there's an actual pending case that this sibling has towards you or trying to create here. So take it how it resonates. You may receive an actual letter in the court stating an actual either a citation or some form of a court proceeding surrounding an actual sibling. So a sibling is taking you to court for defamation of character. And let them, yeah, you hear the baby slurping, slurping the water. It is hot, so yeah. So with courthouse here, do not be surprised if you receive some form of documentation that a sibling is trying to take you to court here. And to be honest, I truly feel like that you should let them I truly feel like that you should let them take you to court, because you have all of the information that's more so going to clear up all of the lies that they have been saying about you. Yeah. They're just digging a deeper hole for themselves with message here. Now, community is here. I strongly feel within the community here, the sibling is trying to create some form of paper trail to make it seem like that you are the bad one. Let them take you to court, child. Let them do what they need to do. You're going to be the one that's the victor in all of this. They could also, if you decide to go to court or you receive court proceedings or court paperwork or documents surrounding this court here, your ex may be there as well too. So if you were to go to court or you receive information that you need to go to court here, you would be considered the defendant and they'll be the plaintiff. And the sibling here will actually have your ex-lover on their side to go against you here. And that's a big red flag, to be honest here. See, we have coffin adjudication. They're going to hang themselves. Let them do it. Let them do it. If you've received paperwork to go to court that a sibling is trying to sue you, let them do it. Adjudication is in reverse. They're going to hang themselves. Let them do it. Let them feel proud. Let them feel good about hanging themselves. Let them. And a mature woman is aware about this, yes. A mother figure, an aunt, a grandmother, a sibling, however resonates, they're fully aware as to what's going on here. Yes, despair. So if they decide to take you to court, you're going to be the one that's the victor, because all they have are lies. Learn to allow people to say whatever it is that they need to say, specifically if they are lying on you or on your name. Let them be. Because they're doing nothing but digging a hole for themselves, or a greater hole for themselves. Thank you for the gift. It's a bad health. See, the thing is, they think because you're by yourself that you don't have the information, or you don't have the you don't have the information in regards to what they have done towards you here. They feel like that they're going to blindside you in court, and that's not the case here. If they decide to take you to court, which I don't feel like will work in their favor here, they're going to be really, really mistaken. They're going to be like, wait, where'd you get that information? How do you know that? What? Yeah, let them take you to court. Let them take you to court, child. They ain't ready for this smoke. Baby, they ain't ready for the smoke. Let them do what they gotta do, child. They are insane. Yeah, family room. You know the secrets. Oh, and the collective is a gardening tool. And the collective do this for money. And the collective this. And you be like, oh, okay, well, remember when you did this at such and such, at this date, at this place, at this time, at this location? Mouths are going to drop. Mouths are going to drop if they decide to take you to court. Let them take you to court. Let them. They're just going to make a big ASS out of themselves. They're not expecting, in regards to what you know and the evidence that you have. They're not expecting that. They're not anticipating that. It's a false person. They ain't ready for the smoke, boo. Let them do what they need to do. We got pathway in reverse. Your sibling sleeps with people to get their point across. They have to lay down with people to get their point across. That's the only way that people will listen to them, because that's all they have to offer is sex. Dirty sex, smelly sex, sour sex, stinky sex, frothy sex. That's all they have to offer. And to be honest here, that's really nothing to offer at all. So let them do it. See, I ain't making it up. It say 8 of Swords here. I'm not making it up. They're going to be stuck and bound to their own BS, or more so their own lies. Someone's having issue with their ankle, or more so the ball of your foot. You may need to rest. So if you've been exercising, maybe you started to exercise, you need to give your ankle a rest or your foot a rest, okay? It's going to get better. But if you're one that may do a lot of extreme things when it comes to working out, give yourself some time, okay? I don't know who that resonates for, all right? There is a sibling that's sleeping with a cop or someone of a judicial system here. Someone's name is Tamara or Tamara. They feel like sleeping with a cop here would give them more leverage, and that's not the case because this sibling has an incurable STD and this cop has this incurable STD. It's a lot. It's a lot that's going on right now. That's going to be coming out in court. Yeah, you have a very, very, very toxic sibling here. Very toxic sibling. It's a family. When all someone have is sex, it's going to be raw sex. It's not going to be protected sex. For some odd reason, people feel that if they don't use protection or condoms, that the sex feels much better. You gotta let people be or let them do what they need to do. And the sibling feels that because if all they have to offer is sex, that it will put the person that they're being intimate with, is going to put them in a facade or an illusion that they're going to be able to hook this person with sex, if that makes sense here. And it's not working in this instance. We have Tower moment. So I feel like this cop that this sibling is being intimate with is giving them information or giving them the details surrounding like judicial protocols or law enforcement protocols. Hey, do this. Hey, say that. Stay away from that. You know, things of that nature. This cop is feeding this sibling information in regards to how to beat you here. But this cop has an STD, an incurable STD. And what makes even matters worse is that this cop is seen as a family person, a family man or family woman here. And this cop has an incurable STD. It say stuck. I don't understand. You laying down with somebody and their front smelling raw. It's smelling foul. It's smelling stank. My God. And people still decide to lay down with that funk. Can we make this make sense? My God. It says stressed out because this cop was impulsive to sleep with this sibling. I don't understand how you can smell something so stank and you still laying with it. I don't get that. I don't get that. I would never get that. You crazy. This doesn't make sense to me, child. You're going to get strong confirmation Message surrounding this. They slept with this person to get leverage or to have leverage. You may even know this cop, for whoever resonates. It say jail. Baby. Oh man, well, if I sleep with you, can you be on my side? Like, that's what it is. I don't get it. Yuck. They were weak to the flesh. Irresponsible. They were weak to the flesh. Someone's name is Naomi. They're unemployed. This sibling is unemployed. They could be losing a place, apartment, a house, however it resonates. Someone's listening to Teddy Pendergrass. I'm hearing think I need to let him go. Let him go, baby. Looks like another love TKO on the down low. Yeah, they're sneaking around, sleeping with this so-called cop. You don't have to sneak around. Listen, karmic. If you're going to be big and bad, be big and bold as you're being big and bad. You don't have to hide behind the collective's back to do your foolishness. We don't care, boo. We don't. To be honest, most of us, the majority of us, are going to laugh at you. You don't have to hide your nastiness. Do your nastiness publicly so we can laugh at you, because this is very comical. This is very, very comical. A person that don't like to shower themselves, that don't take care of their personal hygiene, wants you to fight them. That just doesn't make sense to me. You don't have to hide your nastiness. Do it out in the public if you're so big and bad. That's just me. What you hiding for? Do your nastiness so we can see like, ew, oh, okay, so that's what you really get. That's the type of time you want. Do it publicly. What you hiding it for? Somebody listening to George Michael. Yeah, they're trying to put you in legal matters. I'm telling you, this sibling. Oops, sorry. This sibling is trying to put you in legal matters, child. Sexually, they're very dangerous because they're not using condoms. They're not. They don't know what a condom is. It's say illegal activity. There's something about George Michael. You can listen to Wham as well, because he actually was a part of that group called Wham. Wake me up before you go. Da, 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 da. Or you can listen to Madonna. I'm also hearing Boy George. Do you really want to hurt me? Do you really want to make me cry? All right, I'm hearing that. Boy George. I'm going to stop right there with Cold-Hearted. Baby, you have nothing to worry about. They're basically putting themselves out in the public here. Just sit back and watch. Could be a Gemini. You could be a Gemini. Could be a Leo. You could be a Leo. They could be. I like Careless Whisper as well, too. I like that. I think it's a saxophone that plays in that song, but it's a good song. We have Aries. We have Cancer. Strong Leo. It is embarrassing. I'm also hearing that song with Sherman Hemsley. Turn on the light from heaven, Lord, shine on me. Turn on the light from heaven, Lord, shine on me. Shine on me. Turn on the light. Help me, Papa. Oh man, listen, that song there, child. Yes, amen. Listen. That was a dope song. I'm also hearing 227 as well, too. There is no place like home. With Regina King and Jackie Harry. Yeah. Yeah, Sandra, you know. But yeah, that's what I'm hearing as well. So maybe you're listening, maybe you're watching that, okay? We have Pisces. We got Cancer. I'm also hearing In the Heat of the Night, okay? I'm also hearing Matlock as well. Gemini is here. And I'm also hearing MacGyver. So you may love a lot of shows from the 80s, okay? Strong Leo. Strong Leo, okay? And then we have Capricorn, okay? So if that resonates with you guys, please like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. I am so grateful for you guys. Thank you so much for being here. Also, thank you for your support. It is truly appreciated. Also know that you are loved, okay? I want you guys to be the best person that you can be. I want you guys to go out there and be very confident in all that you do and go out there and shine because, baby, it is your time, okay? Forget all this foolishness and this hoopla that these so-called riffraffs want to place you in. We don't have time for these riffraffs, but you still need to be aware in regards to what the riffraffs are doing, okay? But I truly believe in you, and I hope that you believe in yourself as much as I believe in you. Okay? I love you guys. I'll see you on the next one. Love you guys. Mwah. See you on the next one. Thank you. See y'all later. Bye, YouTube.